Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on the stimulus check and package update from the second stimulus package and check series. Everyone has been saying how Trump assured that there would be a second stimulus check, but few noticed how he actually referred to a generous second stimulus package and not check. The stimulus package will be very good and very generous, not the other way around. And that is just something difficult to deal with, as many Americans were expecting to receive some sort of direct payment sooner than later, as people are just trying to survive nowadays. Even the unemployment statistics by the Department of Labor are claimed to have been altered for the sake to show improvement due to recent decisions of the government, but actually figures of unemployment are far worse. No wonder people are just crying out for help and a second stimulus check. Before we go into why there may not be a second stimulus check, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for the most recent updates on the stimulus package and if there will be a stimulus check in the future, and if so, how much. A stimulus check can only come when a bill is passed that is approved by the House, the Senate, and the President. And to be fair, none of them agree to anything the other proposes. Call it political scoring or whatever, but in these rough times, the only people that get affected are fellow American citizens who are desperately calling for help. The Democrats had proposed a very generous HEROES Act of $3.5 trillion, but it still hasn't been approved. In fact, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky and other Republicans are opposed to the Democratic plan, but they are struggling with their own divisions with more pragmatic lawmakers favoring aid to states and local governments, and recognizing that additional jobless aid is inevitable if there is to be an agreement. Republicans have set a goal of keeping the cost of the next bill below $1 trillion. That's going to be a hard sell for Pelosi, who devoted almost $1 trillion just to states and localities. Stephen Mnuchin says stimulus may be passed in July to boost economy and that the next stimulus will be jobs and business focused and not individuals. Many representatives in the Senate are arguing over the fact that previous checks were pocketed by Americans rather than spent in the economy, pointing to an enormous increase in Americans' personal savings rate after payments went out, producing a liquidity trap that I talked in my video about what a recession is and how you can survive it. I give 9 simple steps you can follow in that video, and I'll drop a link of that in the description. This lending out money has already created a large fiscal deficit, which according to Republicans in the Senate, they just will not allow this to happen again. Furthermore, these same Republicans in the Senate argue that $600 per week as unemployment benefits is way more, as people make more sitting at home rather than working, and so the enhanced unemployment fund will finish on 31st of July 2020. As for anything that would replace the enhanced unemployment fund, there has been no such progress, except that well-known economists Jason Furman, Timothy Geithner, Glenn Hubbard, and Melissa Kearney proposed replacing the $600 weekly enhancements to unemployment benefits with up to $400 a week after July. Now, this proposal may bring the Democrats and Republicans on the same page, but many Republicans in the Senate do not want it in the first place. They want to support business liability protection, but not individual payments, because they do not want a huge deficit. What those Senator Republicans are forgetting is that businesses cannot flourish if people don't have money left to spend, and that stimulus packages to businesses, even if they are generous, won't bring up the economy, as people are struggling so hard financially. In fact, the generous the stimulus package for businesses or any other department, leaving out the people directly or indirectly, the more damage it would do to the economy. People haven't recovered yet from the after effects or even mid effects of this pandemic, and so if they don't recover, nothing can and just never will. Thus, a win-win situation would be members of the House, the Senate, and the President himself sit down and draft out something that everyone would agree to despite their political differences, but let's face it, that's just not possible. With the elections coming around, I hope Trump does convince those senators to give their fellow American citizens some sort of relief, be it in a stimulus package or a direct payment, as it would definitely help them at least somewhat in the upcoming elections. Even if they do it for the sake of elections, at least people would get some help one way or another. So in my opinion, until the House, the Senate, the President, the Democrats, and the Republicans find a common ground to go about things, it'll just be a waste of time, as they'd be disagreeing with one another, finding nothing to agree with, and so the situation of people will get worse by the minute, as pending rent, medical bills, utility bills eat them all up financially. For more continuous updates on the stimulus package, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any latest update of the stimulus package and the stimulus check update. This was your second stimulus package update, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching and peace out.